Louis Eriksson calls it quits at 69 overall. Nice. William Nylander made history, the first player to be traded 3 times in not only one season, in 1 week. So the only logical thing is to trade for William Nylander, right? Woo! What's going on, guys, and welcome back. Finally, it's been a while. Welcome back to your Quebec Nordiques franchise mode. And in the last video, I know it was like a week ago, it was a little while ago, but we ended up finishing off the regular season with a record of 48, 30, and 4. Just want to say, hope everyone had a really good holiday, good Christmas, all that good stuff, whatever you celebrate. I ended up having literally no time to do anything, so I thought I would just spend the holidays with my family, hang out a little bit, take a little bit of a break, and then once all the crazy family stuff is over with, we'll come back to Quebec and we'll bring a Stanley Cup to this beautiful city. But it has been a little while, so let's do a little bit of a refresher. If you didn't watch the last video, William Nylander was traded 3 times within the course of like a week. It was ridiculous, so I guess that means we have to trade for him now. But we finished off the year, and it was a pretty damn good year. Led by Conrad Stastny, 50 goals once again for the second time in his career, only 24 years old, and well over a point per game in his career, which is awesome. Jesper Bratt kind of turned into the perfect first line right winger, 72 points. I mean, that's great, that's awesome. Right now it's working out awesome. I love this line, but there's still some things to think about. Obviously, Matthew Barzal, thank you Long Island. Sammy Blais, Philip don't know, Evgeny Gino Malkin at 36 years old, had himself quite a year. Not the 100-point year he had last year, but comes to Quebec, a brand new team, and almost puts up a 100 spot, almost puts up 50 goals as well. That was a big giant success signing Evgeny Malkin, and the reason why I signed Evgeny Malkin is because Lucas Raymond wasn't quite ready. Now, we got some comments about Lucas Raymond. Caden, he says, I think in order to get Lucas Raymond to grow, you need a new coach that has good chemistry with everyone. The chemistry for Raymond is on the lowest on the team, so finding a coach that has good chemistry with everyone would overall help his growth and help the team stay consistent. Now, he did technically have a career year, his 3rd year as a pro. He had 20 goals. Remember, he's only 21 years old, but this was a big year for Lucas Raymond, so I'm glad that he did take a step in hoping to becoming a top 6 forward for next year. Now, the team might change a little bit, honestly, coming up to next year. We got some big contracts to fill out, and we have some players coming up, so the team might change a little bit. But Morgan Rielly, Hampus Lindholm, Nasty Nas, Ty Smith, Fox, and Larson, and then between the pipes, obviously, Askarov and then Evan Fitzpatrick. Now, Askarov, it's supposed to be sharing the minutes with Tucker Tynan, but the game sent him back down to juniors, but we won't talk about that. Here is our American Hockey League team. If we have some injuries, we definitely have some players we can call up. I'm looking at you, Arthur Kaliev, ripping up the World Juniors right now. But here we are, back at the postseason. Let's jump right into things. The Ottawa Senators. Now, if you guys remember with Ottawa, they have a couple good players. You might have heard of them. Valery Chubby-Chubasov. He's a member of the Ottawa Senators. They also have Bo Alfredson. Now, this entire line is just ridiculous. Valery Chubby-Chubasov, absolute legend, former 50 and former 60 goal scorer. He had kind of a quiet year, I guess, this year with only 70 points, almost 40 goals. But Bo Alfredson, this is the guy, man. I didn't expect him to be this good. When I made him, I made everyone pretty even, 90 overall, medium franchise, but for some reason, Bo Alfredson just took off. I don't know if it's because he's playing with Brady Tkachuk or what, but he is just becoming an absolute force in the NHL. He's making $10.8 million, and then on that wing, we have Brady Tkachuk, who's no slouch at all. He looks like he's the assist master here on this squad. What a start to this guy's young NHL career. Jesus, 415 points in under 400 games. It's not bad. Chris Tierney, Colin White, and Connor Brown. A nice little grindy second line there. Max Pacioretty, okay, interesting. He moves on from the Montreal Canadiens, goes to Vegas, and then he misses the East Coast, comes all the way back to Ottawa. Logan Brown, and then Alex Formenton, Curtis Lazar, Drake Batherson, and Vitaly Abramov. We all remember this guy. GM mode legend. Hot Sam Bacho, Thomas Chabot. If you don't know the Hot Sam Bacho meme, if you rearrange the letters in his name, you can make it say Hot Sam Bacho. It's just kind of like a Twitter thing. Anyways, Eric Brandstrom there, 23 years old, 86 overall. Chris Tanev, Eric Gustafson, Carl Gunnarsson, and Nikita Zaitsev. Now, who do they have between the pipes? They have Freddie A. Okay, they got Anderson and Gustafson. Interesting. Okay, so Frederik Andersen goes from Toronto to Ottawa. All right, so they have two Gustafsons, a Gunnarsson, and an Anderson, and a Brandstrom. They got all these long-ass names. Two Gustafsons, though. All right, Ottawa, it's a good team, but I think on paper, and I think when it comes down to it, you know what, actually, I'm not going to throw the xTech jinx out there. I'm not going to do it. So let's go here, the Year 4 playoffs up against the Ottawa Senators. We ended off the year, we struggled a little bit in our last 10, 4-6-0, and they're 5-5-0. So two teams that aren't necessarily playing super hot right now. There shouldn't be any excuses for travel time and fatigue since we're pretty close by in proximity. Let's go here in front of your home fans in the poutine place. Let's go, period number 1, and we're down by 1. Bo Alfredson, you gotta watch out for this guy, man. He is lethal. Scores on the power play, period number 2. Okay, we tie it up. There you go, Evgeny Malkin. That's what I'm talking about. Shots are kind of even. They're kind of pulling away. 1-1 here. We could see an overtime game in game number 1. Come on, boys. Let's go. I need a big goal here from Conrad. Maybe from Morgan Riley. Nasty Nas. Someone get on the score sheet. It's a battle of the tendies right now. Both of them are playing outstanding, and we are headed into overtime. Let's go. Now, as I go into overtime here, I have to give a shout out to my dude Alex, who ended up making me a thumbnail for the franchise mode. I've been slacking on my thumbnail game, and he hit me up on my DMs. He was like, man, I made this for you. I really can't have you having that awful thumbnail for such a great series. So I appreciate it, man. Thank you, Alex. Go show some love in the comments. All right, here we go. We start out with Adam Lowry starting our 4th line against Bo Alfredson, a shutdown line. We're actually starting off with the power play. That's why we ended up throwing out our grinders there against Bo Alfredson, so makes sense. Let's kill this one off and let's end this thing. Eric Brandstrom. Oh, is that another penalty? Oh my god. We just took another penalty. Morgan Riley took a trip and we are headed to a 5-on-3. Oh my god, they're killing us in the face-off dot. We gotta kill this one real quick. This is scary. This is scary. Hot Sam Bacho comes in and Askarov says, no, not today, buddy. Surprised that Thomas Chabot isn't the captain, actually. Dump that puck, Adam Fox. Do what Tyroning did so well for so many years in Seattle. Get that puck deep. I really don't like this 5-on-3 stuff, but another big save from Askarov. 20 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Here comes Hot Sam Bacho once again, and for the 3rd straight time, Askarov says no. Eric Brandstrom, oh my god, what a rebound. Oh, I mean, that's just the xTech jinx. I said, what a PK, and they score on the PP. Oh man, you know what? Nothing Askarov really could have done there. He made 5 or 6 stops in the first couple minutes of overtime. Unfortunately, we dropped game number 1. It's a juicy rebound coming to the captain. Who is the captain? I guess they made it Bo Alfredson's the captain? Yeah, I guess it makes some total sense. Guy scores 65 goals a year, but we dropped game number 1. This kind of goes without saying that this is our coach's last chance at being our head coach. I said it in the last video, anything less than an Eastern Conference final, his job is toast. I think we can all agree that he's skating on very thin ice right now. Game number 1 could have went any way. It was a one-shot game. Let's get back into the series here in game number 2 in front of your home fans. And Lucas Raymond, there you go, he scores, but Curtis Lazar and Brady Tkachuk come right back. Got to get more shots on Frederik Andersen here. We only got 7 in the first period. Number 2. Okay, we get 1, but they get 2. Bo Alfredson and Logan Brown. Evgeny Malkin gets his 2nd of the postseason. All right, Conrad, Matthew Barzell, someone step up here. Morgan Riley, Nasty Nas, anyone? Oh my god, we are getting just destroyed in the shot department. 37-22, closing in on 40 shots. shots, and there it is. You can't win a game when you get outshot by double. Back to the drawing board. We dropped the first 2 games in our home arena. That is strictly unacceptable. And injuries are on, by the way, so we've gotten pretty lucky with the injury bug. Is there any way we can change something around? I mean, do we stack it? Do we put Gino on the first line, move Jesper Bratt down? Let's try it. Let's go Conrad, Matthew Barzal, and Gino Malkin, Bratt, Don't Know, and Sammy Blais. We need someone to step up here. I mean, Gino's got 2 of our 3 goals. Like, that is just not acceptable. Come on, boys. Conrad, let's go. Put the team on your back. You're a 50-goal scorer. Maybe he really hates the head coach. Let's go, boys. Game number 3. We're in Ottawa. They beat us 2 times in our home barn. Let's see if we can beat them once in theirs. Let's take it one step at a time. Let's get the lead after the first. Don't worry about the whole game. Let's talk about winning the period. Win the first 20 minutes. Let's go. And we do that. There you go. Ty Smith and Evgeny Malkin with his 3rd of the postseason. Talk about 3rd of the postseason. There's Bo Alfredson scoring a big goal. But Gino, oh man, doesn't matter where this guy plays. We won the first, now let's win the second. There you go, boys. Philip Don't Know and Morgan Riley. Valerie Chubby Chubasov scores for them. Come on, boys. Hold the lead here. Hold the lead. You can do it. Get that insurance marker. I know Gino wants another one. Conrad Stastny wants to get in on the fun. There you go. Stack the first line, get a couple of goals, and then the rest of the boys will follow suit. Looks like, barring a crazy xTech jinx collapse, we are going to get back into the series here. It's going to be 2-1. Connor Brown. Oh my God! Wait a minute. Oh my God! That's the xTech jinx, isn't it? 6 seconds left. Oh my God! I was gonna say if they scored there and tied it up, that would have been xTech jinx confirmed. Okay, headed into game number 4. We can get back into this in a big way here. We can beat them in front of their home barn. We were up 5-2 at one point. So again, take it one step at a time. Win the first, and we do it. There you go, Conrad, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I called him out, and he's coming up big, putting the team on his back. We won the first. I want to see 3 in the second. I want to see 4 goals going into the third. Oh my God. They did exactly as I asked. Thanks, boys. 4 goals on 12 shots. Frederick Anderson, you all right, buddy? You okay? Jesper Bratt, Thomas Chabot, Ty Smith, and then Morgan Riley, and then Vitaly Abramov makes it a 4-2 game, but 32-12. Oh my God. Okay, so capitalize on a bad night for Frederick Anderson. Just shoot every single puck you can at him. Bo Alfredson, okay, cuts it to a 1-goal game. They're closing in on 40 shots here. Oh my God, play for your goalie. Where's the insurance marker? Nasty Nas, no power play goal for you. No. No, my God, Logan Brown, he scores. We collapse. Oh my God, what's with the lack of shots here, boys? Going into overtime again. All right, overtime once again against the Ottawa Senators. This is a pesky team. They just won't go away, but they shoot a lot of pucks, where we seem to not shoot a lot of pucks. We had 12 shots after 2 periods, so let's just put everything we can on Frederick Anderson. He had a kind of a shaky first period, so let's see if we can capitalize on that here. This is an absolute must-win game. Brady Tkachuk, huge block by Evgeny Malkin. Tkachuk once again, and he buries it. And we go down 3-1 to the Ottawa Senators. Things you hate to see. A third period explosion from the Ottawa Senators, and Brady Tkachuk wins it on their 49th shot. You can't win when you get that many shots against. Oh my, I mean, if we had 45 shots and they had 49, great, but we had 22. That's just not acceptable. I mean, I don't really know what to say here. 2 games have been in overtime. This one we got blown out. This one could have been a win. This one could have been a win. I don't think we should make a line change. I'm not going to start Fitzpatrick. I mean, Askarov has been playing great. I've stacked the first line. I've kind of done all I can, but this could be the last game you see Maurice Belanger behind the bench of the Quebec Nordiques. Period. Number 1. Win the first. Okay, we did it. Conrad, again. He's got goals in 3 straight. Win the second. Okay, we don't. Vitaly Abramov, he comes through with a big goal. We're finally out shooting them, but oh my god, Philip don't know how to say his name, scores a huge goal. There you go. Here come the shots. 29-21. There's the 30 mark. That's what I'm talking about. Keep peppering Frederick Anderson, but Alfredsson, go away. Why are you the way that you are? Why? Why are you the way that you are? Go away. Oh my god, another overtime game? Are you kidding me? Oh my god, this is just a ridiculous series here. All right, boys, balls to the wall. Let's go. Honestly, maybe it is the coach. Maybe we're just a regular season team and the head coach can't get it done in the postseason behind the bench. I'm not sure what it is, but you're one shot away from being eliminated, or you're one shot away from improving your chances to get back into the series here. Let's go. Matthew Barzal, it's time for you to get on the score sheet. Matty Barzal with a nice interception, and I personally would have went back to the point there to control play, but whatever. Here comes Bo Alfredsson all alone. Oh my god, gets his own rebound, but Askarov says no. Maybe? Okay, that one was like sitting on the goal line. I was a little bit nervous there. Seriously though, Askarov has been playing unreal. Just win the game for your goalie here. He's been playing so well. Here comes Jesper Bratt over to Morgan Riley. He's got a lane. Why would you not shoot that, Morgan Riley? You had a clear lane to the net. Oh my god, what are you doing? It's the coach. That coach is telling him to do stupid things. Morgan Riley would never do that. Here comes Gustafsson, comes in. Big save by Askarov. Philip don't know, and Anderson says, I know. Big save. Hockey is a game of mistakes. Oh, big hit. All it's going to take is one mistake, and we're going to get right back into this series. Is that the mistake? The puck turnover? Conrad Stastny, what are you doing giving up that puck? Huge save by Askarov. I feel like I've been saying the same 4 words over and over. Oh my god. No. No way the Ottawa Senators just beat us in the first round. We're going home in round number 1. Are you serious? The pesky Ottawa Senators. Oh my god. And those 4 words I was going to say was big save by Askarov, but honestly, the guy can't do everything. We didn't show up at all. I mean, we did, because there was 3 overtime games. Could have been a very different series, but you can see the fans are just deflated. No one's happy with this result. That is the biggest yikes I've ever seen. Well, bounced in round number 1 in 5 games. That's it. That's all it took. 5 games for the Ottawa Senators to get rid of us. That's it. 5. Game number 1 could have went any way. It was an overtime game, 1-goal game. You know, maybe we got unlucky. Whatever. Game 2, we lost straight up fair and square. We ended up winning game number 3, our only win of the freaking series, and that was, again, a 1-goal game. Game number 4, overtime, obviously, again, a 1-goal game. Could have went either way, and you guessed it, once again, an overtime game in game number 5, and Ottawa gets it done in all 3 overtimes. Our top 3 players obviously got it done, but they were all minus players, which obviously is never good. Philip don't know, Jesper Bratt, Morgan Riley. I mean, I would have loved for Nasty-Naws and, you know, maybe some third liners to get on the score sheet, but that is frustrating because that really could have went either way. 3 overtime games and we lose? That sucks. So good luck to Ottawa. Looks like they're going to go up against the winner of Boston and Tampa. Not going to be an easy series. They get to meet either William Nylander or Steven Stamkos. But let's do a few things here. Let's go ahead and fire our head coach. Maurice Belanger is going to be out. With 3 years left on his deal, we're just going to pay him out. I don't care. He had a pretty decent regular season record, but the team fit just isn't there. It's not working out here in Quebec. So what we're going to do is we are going to fire Maurice Belanger. Well, the game won't let me fire him right now, but he will be fired, I promise. We also have to get a goalie coach and a assistant coach and another goalie coach for our AHL team, but I can't fire him right now, but just so you know, you will be fired once the game lets me. But I think that Nathan Tucker should be our next fit. 63%. You know, I think that Nathan Tucker is going to be our guy. He's an offensive coach. We need to score goals. We're an offensive team. Loves guys like Morgan Riley, Evgeny Malkin. Not crazy about Conrad, which which kind of concerns me. Same thing with Lucas Raymond. Is there anyone else out there that is an NHL head coach that really likes Lucas Raymond? Maybe he's a coach killer. There he is. So Serge Paris, he's got... he seems to be a little bit nicer with everyone. Not a huge fan of Matthew Barzal and Gino, but big on Stastny, big on Morgan Riley. What's not to like, though? Also big on Lucas Raymond as well. And then here's Barry Allison, who is a 57%. I want to stay above the 60 mark, and then the rest are all assistant coaches. So it's either basically between Serge Paris or Nathan Tucker. He's a balanced coach where Nathan Tucker is offensive. Serge Paris, he wants a 4-year deal at 2.3. Honestly, the money I don't really care about at all. He's coached in the NHL just for basically 1 year, 42, 36, and 4. And then Nathan Tucker is 78, 77, and 9, which is a bit concerning. So maybe I'm going to leave it up to you guys in the comments. Do we go for Serge? And here's all the team fit. You can see he's a balanced coach, and there's how everything works with him. And if we go Nathan Tucker, there's how everything works with him. You guys can let me know. I think whether at the draft or whatever we are able to actually get rid of that coach, we should definitely fire him. It looks like our AHL team is actually continuing on with their postseason, so let's see how they're going to do up against the Toronto Marlies. Arthur Kaliev leading the way, 5 points in 6 games. We lost game 1, we lost game 2 in overtime, story of my life, and then game number 3 we lost, which is never good, and then game number 4, okay, there's an injury. Luckily, we didn't get any injuries, which was great, but again, a first-round exit. I'll take an injury over a first-round exit. We didn't have an injury, but we didn't have any playoff luck either, and it looks like the Quebec City Bulldogs are out in round number 2. So let's sim to the draft here. Let's see who is going to pick number 1. More importantly, who won the Stanley Cup? Let's check out that. And is Evgeny Malkin going to retire? That's something we have to think about as well, because that's going to dramatically change our top 6. But what I'm hoping is, the Dallas Stars are Stanley Cup champions, and the Colorado Eagles are Calder Cup champions. So congrats to Jamie Benn. He gets his Stanley Cup. That's awesome. But what I was going to say about the Evgeny Malkin thing is I hope Evgeny Malkin drops to like an 84, and he can be a really, really good third liner for us, and then we can move Lucas Raymond up. That's the plan anyways. That's the plan. Let's see about all of... Oh my god, Florida moved from 16 to 2? Are you joking me? Oh my god, that's insane. Then Winnipeg goes from 2 to 1, and then New Jersey falls from 1 to 3, but New Jersey's had a ton of first overall picks. That's wild. Okay, Florida, you definitely won the lottery. And just for fun, let's have a look here at the upcoming draft prospects. We got Kyler Kunitz here, who is a 17-year-old out of the SHL. Looks pretty nasty. And then Andy Wiseman out of the Lethbridge Hurricanes, well over 100 points this year in 71 games. Not bad at all. He might even end up going to Florida. Isaac Hamilton, he's the first defenseman, scouted to go number 3, and then Tyler Duncan, another defenseman, scouted to go 4th overall, and then Timu Petralainen, he is 17 years old, obviously, surprise, a Finnish player, and then Kevin Keeling. So there's a few good players here. I don't think there's anyone worth trading up in the draft for. Look at Gale Ho, good guy Gale Ho. I'm not sure if there's a player we should be trading up for, or we should just stay with our pick, but anyways, there is a confirmed low elite in Hyvenin. That might be worth taking a look at. We'll go ahead and pin that guy. All right, so did Evgeny Malkin call it quits? He did. Gino says goodbye, 36 years old. He's going back to Russia. I'm surprised. I really thought he was going to come back for one more year. But that's not a bad thing because he was making $10 million. So that's $10 million we can either A, be a player in free agency, or we could think about trading and getting a big piece. So Evgeny Malkin retires at a 91 after almost a 100-point season. I hate that. That sucks. That's so annoying. That's really, really dumb. I really wish he would have stuck around, but hey, whatever. Like, it makes sense for Ilya Kovalchuk to retire. He's playing with the Stockton Heat in the American Hockey League. It makes sense for Jason Spezza to call it quits. Even Thomas Vanek, Justin Williams, all these guys make total sense. Brent Burns, of course that makes sense. Oshie, Brown, Duncan Keith, but no, not a 91. I mean, even Alexander Radulov, he does the Russian thing. After winning the cup, he's gone. He gets his cup with Dallas, and he's going back to Russia with Evgeny Malkin. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense as well. Louis Eriksson calls it quits at 69 overall. Nice. You know what? Shout out to Yaroslav Halak. Puts up a record of 300 and 193. That's really respectable, actually. That's quite a career for Yaroslav Halak. He ends up calling it quits. Same thing with Craig Anderson. Mike Smith as well, still killing it. Ooh, Brent Burns and TJ Oshie are now coaches. Should we hire Brent Burns? Can we do that? Hold on. Stop the simulation. Can we hire Brent Burns? I can't see. Maybe. Hold on. Let's have a look. All right, so what I'm going to do right now, I can't look, unfortunately, but I'm going to fire Maurice Belanger. Breaking news, the Quebec Nordiques have parted ways with their first-time head coach, Maurice Belanger. See you later. Now, we have to wait until we can hire some coaches. We're going to have to really get a bunch. We got to get 5 coaches. A bunch for our AHL team, obviously a head coach for us. We can't do it, I think, until the offseason. It doesn't give me an option to, but I would really like to see if Brent Burns could be a head coach. That would be kind of cool. Even TJ Oshie, that'd be pretty awesome. I guess you'd have to do it in the offseason, which I guess does make sense. But let's have a look at the awards, the playoff tree, all that good stuff. So Ottawa ends up getting rid of Boston in round number 2 in 5 games. They actually won in 7 against the Philadelphia Flyers and then lost in 7 to the Dallas Stars in the eventual Stanley Cup final. So 3 of Dallas's 4 series went to 7 games. That's pretty impressive. They ended up playing a lot of hockey. Holy crap. Dallas did play a ton of hockey. How many games did they play? 26 games. Vince Modano, Tyler Seguin, Stanley Cup champions. All right, have a look at the awards here. Dallas Stars, your Stanley Cup. Yeah, we know. Philly, Dallas, and then Ottawa, Prince of Wales. Yeah. Have a look at the individual awards. Tyler Seguin takes home the Art Ross. The Rocket Richard goes to Oscar Gormley, where it rightfully belongs. The Ted Lindsay goes to Tyler Seguin. Dylan Larkin wins the Frank J. Selke. The Jack Adams goes to this guy. Actually, that Allison guy has won the Jack Adams twice. You can see there in 2021 and 1920, and now he's technically a free agent, so maybe something to think about. Bill Masterton goes to Cale Fleury. Quinn Bossy, there you go, wins the William M. Jennings after getting the hell out of Long Island. Vesna goes to Quinn Bossy, attaboy. And then Conn Smythe goes to Tyler Seguin. Calder goes to Wong, and then Tyler Seguin took home everything. Oh my god. Hot Sam Baccio wins the Norris, and then again Tyler Seguin with the Hart. So going into the draft and the offseason here, what do? We obviously need a top 6 winger. I'm really hoping that Lucas Raymond is going to make that jump. He's 83 overall. I would love to play him on the second line. I would absolutely love that. But there is talks of maybe moving Jesper Bratt and acquiring a big-time first-line right winger because Lucas Raymond isn't quite ready at 22 years old. So there is still some talks about that. Our core is basically intact. We have $15 million to spend. We only have to re-sign Jesper Bratt. And what does he want? He wants $6 million. All right, so that's a decent chunk of our cap space there, only at 15. We also have to re-sign Nick Suzuki, who's also an 84. He wants $2 million. That's super cheap. I'll give you exactly what you want. There you go. I'll sign you to an extension right now. Lucas Raymond as well. He wants 3.9, so that makes sense. What else? Who else we have to re-sign? Ty Smith. He should be relatively cheap. Oh, maybe not. 4.4. Okay. Jake Virtanen should be cheap. So we're just going to be at the max on the cap, which kind of sucks. Askarov, we don't have to re-sign until 2024, but we're going to have 2 stud goalies going into year number 5. And aside from that, I think we are all good to go. Another unfortunate playoff result for the Quebec Nordiques. Nordiques, but we've got our head coach out of there. We're going to be interviewing guys like Brent Burns. We're going to be checking out, see if Brent Burns is going to come over and be our head coach, or go with one of those guys that are technically a free agent. What about our assistant coaches? Should we bring them up within the system? Gregory McIntosh, he looks like he sucks, honestly. He doesn't look that great. And then this guy's even worse. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and say no. You know what, actually? We're going to fire them all. Get out of here. See you later. We're doing a fire sale. Nope. Even this guy, see you. You know what, Kate? You know what, Kate Jacobs? You're going to stay. You're going to stay. You did all right with that AHL team. But everyone else, we're doing a fire sale here in Quebec. Everyone must go. We're going to be a new look team in year number 5, and we are going to bring a Stanley Cup. I promise to you, whether it takes me 10, 15, 20, 25 years is the max, so hopefully it doesn't take me that long, but I'll see you guys in the next video. We need to get some new coaches and some new blood in this locker room, because I'm not going to have another first round exit. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.